interesting enough, we're we're here, and I think my energy is different today. Yeah, my energy is really different today. All right, so yesterday we painted we painted a few of these pieces, and there was like a gust of wind that blew over one of the drying canvas yesterday. And I took them from being outside to inside so they could dry flat. And I really like the pieces. Don't get me wrong, like all of the art pieces that I make, I really, really, really enjoy. And here, let me show you what I'm talking about real quick before we get started, because this is the one that I painted this one yesterday. And it's semi-dry. There's a few pieces um that aren't completely fully, but that's what I did yesterday. And it's pretty abstract. So um, it's called abstraction. And this one is the one that got, see, there's an extra layer of paint smushed there. It's pretty dry already, but see how I had everything separated in between, and then boom, all of that just it fell onto another painting. So interesting, right? Yeah. But that's what we did yesterday. And um I was still trying to figure out what I was going to add on the interior of those, but dang, 27 people? What's happening? I wish I were here for the paintings yesterday. That would have been nice. That would have been real nice yesterday. 27 people. Yeah. But we're gonna paint the back of this one today. But anyway, so that was my that was my situation this morning. So I picked them up and I was looking at them and I was like, dang. I said, all of these pieces that I'm creating at this point, they need to go somewhere. They have to go somewhere. So they're not finished yet. And then I thought of it that I would have to spend time drawing on them. So I'm gonna figure that out. But we have this one we have to finish. This is one of our celebrations. Is that Ike Skogabach? Boy, I do not know how to say that name. But yeah, this is part of my celebration series. This is for my birthday because, well, it is my birthday. And yeah, I made this piece, what, 3 days ago? I think it was 3 days ago. So we're gonna finish the back of it. Um, we're gonna put a date on it, and yeah, that's it. We're just gonna put a date on it, and then we're gonna draw the date. Oh, that's what I needed. I needed the, yeah, yeah. I needed to make sure. There it is. Just needed some Velcro. Velcro here. And so this is a 22 by 28 size poster. And so I like to buy the posters because when I draw on them, I could easily store them. And they're flat. I don't have to prime them. And the results are pretty good. So I seem to draw on them, you know, is obviously going to stick. And as I save them, I just throw them into plastic sheets. Can I get this off? I put them in plastic sheets so they don't get damaged, but they're one of ones. I don't make copies of any of them, and when I do sell them, that's it. You get what you get. Yep. So we're gonna put a date on this real quick because today today is the finishing date. Oh my gosh, I messed it up already. Dang, how you do that? We're gonna put this as our finishing date, and you really wanted me to do that, didn't you? I was about to put the date up there, but I needed to put the stamp. I don't know why I did that. It's cool though. Because today is October, and this is the date we're gonna finish. $2025. So once again, I said this is a celebration. Her name was the the person that drew her face on the front. Her name is Garnet. So this is celebration. So I'm gonna call it celebration of winners. Yep, that's what it's called. So I often draw and continue to draw things on the background too, because it's pretty fun. And it really just all depends, I guess, at this point, what it is that I want to create on the background. But I think I think we can do whatever. I like to I like to use my energy for the day. Oh, there's a bug there. What the heck? How did you get in here? It's like a leaf. Um, Maybe we could just draw this bug that's sitting up here. Because there is a tiny bug. Let me see. There is a tiny bug right there. I thought it was a leaf, and I was like, how the heck did this leaf get up there? Look at that. That's a freaking bug. It looks like a leaf. Some type of see-through. I don't know. I mean, I could draw that too. I could draw that up there too. Um, because like I said, most of the time I just use my energy in whatever way, whatever way is possible. I just use my skills to, you know, to feel like what it felt like to be that greatness for the day. So I think I'm just gonna draw whatever this is. Whatever this is that's just sitting on the blinds. Because, well, I guess it's a gift. It's a gift to be able to create things based on freehand, based on what we see, based on our own experiences. So, yeah, you just got yourself your 15 seconds of fame, Mr. Bug, for sitting on my blinds. I don't know how many legs you got, but I guess we'll just draw that. But it's interesting because I didn't realize that each and every one of us has our own day that we can share. I didn't realize that. until this bug came here and was like, I want you to see me for what I am. So no, I appreciate it now. Yeah, it looks like it's got, no, that's what it looks like. Let me see. It has like, sorry, I'm trying to try not to wiggle, but that's what it looks like. And its antenna. So there's like one, two, three. I have no idea how many legs it has, but it looks like two of them in the front are connected. That's that's what that is. And then the rest of them are like patches. Let me see if I can get that. Yeah, that's what it looks like. Wow, that's so funny. Um, so yeah, so our connection between our days are, our own. And I thought of something, that there are people who don't know what I'm experiencing for the day. So if I don't share it with them, they will just, they'll just keep going, not understanding, not seeing, not expressing that, that I exist. And I understand that concept. Now I understand it because I go days without people knowing um that I need, or that I want, or that they might be worth conversating with. Does that make sense? Like, that's what I guess social media is there for, just in case you can't find real people to make connections with. And yesterday I had a conversation with a few other people, and I was telling them how I felt about this social media platform, and how we were told, and um, how we're using it. Sometimes we use it for, whatever, make money, communicate, sell things. Um, but most of all of that is just part of communication. And maybe the ones that I find on the internet are looking for a little of everything, or nothing, or just the fact that I want to see what his head looks like. It looks like it has an eyeball like right here. That's where his eye is at. And the rest of it, I have no idea. Oh, he has two antennas. It looks like that. And he has like a little, oh wait, he actually moved his leg. Okay. Anyway, so what I'm saying is that a lot of the people on the internet are basing their lives based on that um they're always in need. They always want something. There's some way, shape, or form that their connection, their branching out, is their way of showing the world that they're they're alive. And I understand some of it, because I'm one of many who need attention, who need. Ooh, am I a needy person? I just realized that I could actually be a needy person. I'm not sure if that's good, but then again, we might all just be needy in some weird, weird way. Yeah. And I don't take anything from that. It's good to know that Um, it's good to know that. I wish the camera could focus just a little bit more. Oh, it's lines. There's a line and then don't leave. I'm not finished yet. I need you. I need you. Anyway, so yeah, I I guess I go days. No, that's not true. I don't go days. I go hours without talking to people. And so my son's here, and I like to think that he'll talk to me, right? So I'm not a loss of that value of communication, but it is there if and when and how I need it. I probably should have made it a little bit, but yeah. So he'll say, "I got a question for you." That's what my son will do. So I was like, "All right, well, maybe we need to podcast. Maybe that's what because him talking to other kids, him talking to other people, is healthy because now he can hear their voice. He can ask them, random questions and things. So it's really helpful when we know um, what our wants are. Because if we go without our wants and needs um, catered to, we are slowly on the not on the inside. I guess the outside is slowly dying, but um, there's a nature and nurture of that other people bring into our reality. Because this is my reality. Like even this is all digital. I'm not a real person. It's like I'm AI. If that's because I'm just making up stuff. Maybe I'm allowing your imagination to run through, and this is what you see. Like maybe you requested this. This is why you're still here. Maybe you're, you know. Anyway, so the podcast. So I thought the podcast would be something cool for us to do, and we did it. We got about 10 episodes or so for our podcast, and I enjoyed that because then I could look back and be like, "What were we doing? What were we thinking? Um, how was our communication, and why did our communication benefit us?" So, just some open thoughts because everybody has a podcast now. And I was like, I just want to be a part of something that I can reach out to. The reach is greater. So I guess I'm just gonna add these little parts to this character. Looks like it's all filled in here, and then his eye is. I'm gonna make his eye black. So so yesterday I said something on my social, or not my social, but I said something on my live stream about people that I see on social media, and I didn't mean it as disrespect in any type of way, right? Because honestly, I don't care about your feelings. I don't. I can't care about the things that you care about because you're not sharing them with me in a sense that I can have your feelings. You're sharing them because these are your feelings and this is what your emotions are telling you to do for your attention. Does that make sense? So if you tell somebody, "Oh, I want to go somewhere," I guess you'll go. And you may need help with getting there. Maybe I should just make them all black. maybe because I don't have brown. He's like a brown character, but his eyeball is definitely black. Maybe I'll make I think I might have a reddish marker in there. A reddish. I think there is one. Yep. Yep. And I think that's just going to be a darker color. It's not actually going to be okay. Well, I'm just going to fill you in. So let me see. So yeah, so I guess I'm left to believe that our feelings are the structure of what we are. And when we structure it that way, we figure out what's important. So somebody might, let's just making this an example. Somebody might tell me that when it's cold outside, they feel like they need to put on an extra layer of something in order to not feel cold. So I can say to that, well, why are you telling me? Why don't you just go ahead and do it? So they're saying it because they are needing help figuring out what to put on, what to do in that situation. And so I'm like, well, don't you already know? Like your body is telling you to do something. So what should you do? Should you put on gloves? Should you put on a hat? Should put shoes on when you go outside? Like what? So and I don't think, I don't think of it as me being condescending, but it's like maybe that's not what it is. Maybe it's more that we don't know what other people do in order to fulfill that situation of feelings. And I often have to look back and be like, well, maybe that was me maybe that's, I shouldn't have colored it like that. Maybe that's the structure of everything. Everything just doesn't know what others know. So that's why the other will ask the question. And I had a conversation yesterday and I was like, these people are entertaining because not only are they asking questions, but they're making statements based on their own life. So I always ask my friends, always ask them what they eat. And I think it's hilarious, right? Because every day is different. They'll be like, oh, I ate pizza. Pizza's bread, sugar, and some type of cheese process and tomatoes. I guess the tomatoes are the tomatoes are the sugar. Well, no, the bread's sugar and tomatoes. I don't know what the tomatoes are. That's an interesting. Anyway, so let's say today is here, and I go back and I ask them. I say, hey, what did you eat today? And they'll be like, nothing. So now, instead of me figuring out that they ate something, I have nothing to use for conversation. I can ask them why, and then they can tell me the answer. But the answer could be like, um, because I didn't feel like it. And they're like, okay. Or I don't have the foods in the house that I want to eat. Interesting. So once again, they're giving me notes of things that are structured around their feelings. They felt like they didn't need to eat. They felt like they didn't have enough money. They felt like whatever the food was in the house wasn't worthy of feeling that food. And that's that's the positive of it all, because not only can I not care about that, but I can't do anything about them feeling that way because they went the whole day feeling that way. And that's the way that they lived. Isn't that weird? That's the whole entire day of them feeling that way. Yep. And this bug's still here too. He is not bothered by me at all. All that I'm drawing him is not bothered by it. And so anyway, so I would go into, more conversations like, oh, did you work today? So now I'm trying to figure out if their work habit caused them not to eat. Sometimes it does. Sometimes they don't get breaks. Sometimes they go the whole entire day without, I don't know, not even thinking about food. And kudos to you, because I guess that's what made you who you are today. But I guess they don't worry about it because, at the time that I'm asking them, they're not urging themselves to go and eat. So it's not important. So what I'm trying to say is that everything is based on our communication of our feelings. Because I felt like it was important for me to ask these random people. That's what it feels like. These random people, if they ate something that I could gauge throughout my day. Oh, you made tacos? What kind of tacos? Fish, chicken, pork? Um, maybe it's just a veggie taco. And maybe I can make that, because now my feelings would be, I've never felt what it felt like to eat that type long-winded. But it's an interesting thing, because once again, like, the people that are watching my content right now have no idea what I'm doing. And they'll stay long enough to get what they feel, right? And then they'll leave because they're full. Oh my gosh. And so the thirst of something, right? You're sometimes overly drenched in the thirst of something, and you need it filled in that point in time. And then when you're fulfilled, you leave. Or when you get that money, you leave and you go do other things because you want to know what it felt, and you got it, and then you leave. You go about the rest of the day as if, yeah, that's your accomplishment. You feel like you're a winner now. Because get this, let's just say you asked for something, you asked for food, and you didn't get it, and you're still not going to get it. And there's nothing that's going to change that. Now that feeling is anger. You feel like somebody let you down. And there's nothing I can do about that, because I'm not here to make that happen for you. You are, because this is your feeling. This is your emotion that you're using to confront a satisfaction. And I guess that's what social media is. You can scroll all day, you can be on your phone as long as you think you need to. And then when you're fulfilled, you leave. You go and do something totally different. That feeling of necessity is filled. And I'm only saying that because I'm noticing my own emotions. I'm noticing my own changes in my existence, good and bad, because I'm getting better at drawing. That's 100%. Could I get better at other stuff? Probably. 100%. I could probably do that. I could probably get way better at identifying. It looks like there is. Hmm. So I say it just like this: like the need of everything is it's just one click away, one desire away from you fulfilling. Yeah, I think this is cool. I think this is really cool. So, what do we get by this? I think I want to do a podcast today. I think I'm just going to. I think I'm just going to add these little tiny lines in between this character, and we'll see what it looks like after. Because I told myself at one point, I said I want to get better. I want to feel like I'm better at what I do, and in order to do that, I have to continue to do something to help feel like I'm getting better. And when I actually do feel better, then I'll move from it and I'll go and do something else that makes that true, that statement. So what an interesting imagination I have though. I was gonna go somewhere yesterday. Actually I was gonna go to Applebee's yesterday and I hyped myself up to go and I got my son ready to go. And now he's thinking of getting foods and stuff like that that he might be anticipated because he didn't know what was on the menu. So he asked me what was on the menu, and I was like, "I'll show you. Um, I'll show you on the app. What?" But we didn't end up going. The plans got changed, and my meeting with some family changed, and so I didn't go. I was like, it won't. I'm not saying it wouldn't be worth it, but at that point, it wasn't worth it to make that trip, and we didn't go. So my son, I think I'm losing track of what I was saying, but my son goes, he's like, "Well, are we still not going to get it? We're still not going to get Applebee's." And I was like, "I don't think so. We're not going to go." It's like, "Well, can we just order it?" And I was like, I realized that I'm not doing myself any better if you know I I enhance the feeling of getting something and you know we're not going to because of other people's plans. So I was like, oh, all right, well, we'll just order something online, not a problem. I go to the website. Go to the website. Now this is a feeling, this is all my feelings, this is all of my emotions entangled. And so my son goes, well, I don't know what's on the app. So I pull up the app, and then he said the first thing he saw is what he wanted. And I said, oh, okay. So I ended up trying to order food, and the app was being buggy when I went to go pay. It was like, over here, do this, do that. It's not working. So I never ordered the food. It was a crazy story. So I called the store and I was like, hey, I'm trying to order food online, and it charged my card 4 times for food I didn't order yet. And the lady goes, I'll tell you it's a lady. I usually don't like to tell what gender it is, but whatever. Lady goes, oh, well, what's your order? She asked me what the card number is. That's how she's gonna look it up. Now, this once again is all based on me feeling something. Now I'm feeling like this is taking too long. I'm feeling like I could have been just ordered food. And so The lady goes, "Well, I don't see it." And I was like, "Well, it says it's processing 4 times on my card. This is like $80 worth of food." And I'm like, my senses are like stupid heightened right now. And I'm like, I don't want these people to charge, because they'll process a charge. And, once it's charged, it'll go through eventually. And then that'll sit on my card, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, I'm still not even getting the food that I want. So the lady goes, "Well, you can't order food from here. So you're going to have to find another application, another app to make this order." Now, I live in the United States, and these food apps are, available. And the last app that I used closed, um, what's the word? Closed out. I don't know. It did something weird once again. And I was like, you know what that means? I was like, do you know what that means? I told my son, because at the end of the phone conversation, I told the lady, um, that I would probably look into whatever's happening because I don't understand it. And, um, I just left it at that on the phone conversation. But I told my son, I said, these certain situations mean that it's trying to redirect me to go do something else, to figure out how to do something else in a different way. And it wasn't like, oh, go order food from somewhere else. It really meant from the start the fact that the people that I was going to go meet canceled. And then when I was getting ourselves ready, we couldn't, we couldn't go through with, the travel. And then my card and then the app was like, well, we don't want you to order food. So you're not going to order food. I was like, telling my son, I was like, when situations like that happen, it's okay to accept the situation as what it is, because these are your feelings. So don't overwhelm yourself with your feelings of not getting something, because that'll be life for you. That'll be the situation of how you don't handle situations correctly. I didn't get mad. I just was like, we'll just cook in the house. And that's how I solved the situation. Yeah. I made the best decision, even though I would have really liked to gone out to see some family or, wherever we were going to go, just feel something different. And there's another day to do that somewhere in the future. Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, but it's possible that we can make that happen. And I didn't catch feelings about it. And um, I feel good. I do. I feel good about being in charge of my own feelings, because they're my feelings. Nobody even cared that I didn't go to the Applebee's or whatever freak it was. Nobody cared. Is it supposed to be? Yeah, nobody cared. And even if I'm telling you right now, you probably don't care. No, not saying that you don't care, but you don't have enough feelings for that situation to care. Yeah. Yeah. Like a little roller coaster of everything. Because somebody would tell me, well, why don't you just go back to it later on? That urge, that sensation is gone. It's 100%. It's not even there anymore. It's been fulfilled with something else, somebody else, some other day. And that's all. That's all I can do about it. Sometimes it's really overwhelming though. Sometimes it's like dragging you through, trying to make you feel like you didn't, what's the word? You didn't accomplish. you're not a winner because it didn't, yeah, it didn't work out. Yeah. It looks like the bug that I made. It's pretty awesome. Let me see what he looks like still. Come here, sir. Yeah, I did a pretty good job. What do you think? What do you think? Am I a winner today? Did I accomplish what I set out to? Did I? Did I? Did I? I think I did. Let's see. We're going to draw. He's on the blinds. So maybe I'll just add. Oh my gosh. I left out the white marker with no cap on. And it's completely dry. It's completely dry. Oh, you know what? I could probably use I can break out the ruler. Oh yeah, so I'm just drawing the blinds that the bug is precariously hanging on for dear life. Because this is my experience today. It really is. This is how I choose my day. Yeah. And it's the best day ever. You want to know why? Oh man, because I made it. Because I made this day. I really did. Come on. Except for this white marker. Yep. This white marker. I don't even know where the cap is at for it. That's so odd. But it's just sitting on the blinds. So I think it's cool. I think it's really cool. He's just sitting on the blinds. But this is not, let's see. Somebody was like, oh no, we're not watching this anymore. Got it. I'll see you guys later. I'll just keep going. Maybe they thought there was going to be more to this. Oh, this marker is, let's run it on E. I'm just doing line work. Maybe I'm not supposed to. So once again, this is the back of the poster, and I think it's equal enough to let people know that there is two sides to everything. You have the day that you create and the day that is yet to be. Yep. In any way, shape, or form you look at it, this is your way of feeling. Mm, yep. You can feel appreciative. You can feel sad. You can feel alive. Shoot, you can be sleepy if you want all day because it's your day. Yeah, it's absolutely your day. I'm hoping that story felt when I go back and watch this. I'm hoping that that part of the story felt like I got somewhere with it. Oh, this is me coloring in something too. I realize that I don't tell people what these are, but this is energy. And if I color it, entirely into the white, it would just take me freaking forever. It would just be so pointless. I would just need a bucket of paint in order to color this in, and that's not what we're gonna do. I don't feel like that's necessary. Even this is probably not necessary either, but like I said, I like to fill the entire part of the canvas up. And if I don't, my perfection ceases to exist. You know, and I can't do without my perfection because I am what I say I am. Now I can be empty. Oh, I could be so empty. But normally I want to be full of something. So the trade off is being full of perfection. Because not only am I doing something, I'm just doing it for this day. I'm doing it for the idea that it could be done. And this is what it looks like when it is. I believe that is what perfection is. Mm, perfection has many faces, many ideals. But I believe when you finish it, that was your perfection. Because you could have did it anyway, could have did it at any time. It could have gone for this long about a period. And but it's your mark on this planet that we seek. The explorers of the universe. This probably took me an hour to do too. I'm trying to think of what I'm going to do next. If I actually want to end the live stream or if I just want to continue and draw on something else. I don't have. I might have to make a phone call though, so I can make a connection. So I can make the connection. But that's the bug that I just drew on the blinds here. Yeah. Yep. These are these are the days that I created. This is really interesting though. It's such an interesting way of living. I'm making white highlighter dots. So when you look at it, it doesn't look like it's still flat. It'll look like it has a surface. Yep. Somebody taught me that it's a good idea on flat surfaces to make parts um, white or shinier because it'll stand out just a bit more on a flat surface. And it builds details and character. So, yep. This was my inspiration for today. It's a bug that's on the shades. So he got his 15 seconds of fame, and I got some art that I created. Yep. But this is just a celebration because it's my birthday. Because I made it. I made it all the way here. Yep. And these are my stories. Yep. That's what I have to do today too. I have to finish this book. Probably not today, but I have to finish this book. I have to see that through. Because I realized that somebody had asked me about it and I kind of shrugged it off because I was like, I'm not done. So I kind of feel like all of those movie references where it's like, oh, I got a writer's block and no, I haven't finished it yet. I'm on chapter this, blah, blah, blah. I have like 40 chapters so far and I still haven't finished the book. It's really weird because I was on it. Like the momentum was there. I was freaking on it. I was like, yo, I know where the characters are going to go. I know what I want them to do. I know I want them to do this, do that. And then I just lost the momentum and I just started doing other stuff, other random hood stuff. It's funny. I like to say it like that. It was just random non-completion type stuff. So yeah, just picking things up and not not completing them yet. There's factors in there. Things are happening. But the funny thing is that I never got my books published before. So yeah. I write like shorts. That's not true. Because I mean I do put my stories on my channel too. But get it published, finding somebody who's gonna pick up the bill for all of these books. So, I mean, I guess I could make them digital and see where it works in there, but I think I want physical copies because I think that would be a part of the inspiration, like inspire other people too. And that's what I really like to do. I like to inspire people. You are inspired. Yeah. Oh, yeah. So I just wanted to let you guys know that I am an organic creator. I enjoy making plants, animals, and all of those in between. And this is a part of it. I think they're easy to draw. I think that's what my mental tells me. That it's not a complicated shape since it's organic, because you can kind of just be fluid with it. But if you're like building a house, it's like, oh, the structure has to be squared, and no one's ever gonna live in it if it looks like this. So my brain is just staying away from structures like that. Yeah, just like, no, if you do it that way, people won't like it. So I just make organic things. Maybe that's maybe it's a good thing. Stay away from ruining my perfection feelings. My feelings, because people tell me all the times that they do not like my artwork for a number of reasons. And I was like, the only thing I'm trying to do is I want to do hyper realism. I like to draw things that look real. So this is me perfecting an idea. And somebody told me that they don't like hyper realism. They don't like when people draw stuff like that. I was like, bro, damn, you made my feelings feel just so less important. And I remember that too. Trust me, I remember everything. Yeah, people are disrespectful, all because they feel some type of way. That's why I say I don't care about your feelings. No, I can't. There's no way that I can care about the way that you feel. Now you can make me feel some type of way because you're justifying the fact that your emotions are out of control. Yep. Leave your emotions somewhere else. Because if it's not needed, trust me, it is impacting everybody. Like, I want to go to this football game so freaking bad. And at this point, I kind of just want to go by my damn self and experience it. But I do that way too much, honestly. Somebody told me something the other day. Like, I had this idea that I'm going to be an artist until the day I die. There's nothing else that will change that. Now, I will add elements to my life for income purposes, to make money, to communicate differently to the outside world. Like I said, I want to make a bunch of things. And I was like, but I'm happy in my life. Like, I enjoy what I do, I enjoy what I am. And just because money is an objective doesn't mean that I have to change, that I'm an artist or a creator, because money is not the sum of it. It's just a part of the tools that we use to bargain with people, you know? Like, it doesn't even have to be, but that's what we choose it to be. It's a bargaining tool. And I want to be an artist forever. I really do enjoy drawing. I do enjoy painting. I enjoy creating artwork for people that, yeah, that might just feel the value of what I can do, because other people can't fucking draw. Like, for real. Like, people tell me every day they can't draw. What? No. You can't draw because you choose not to. Not because you don't have the skills or the ability, or just because you don't want to. But just because my creativity is stronger than yours doesn't mean I'm better. It just means that I'm working harder on mine. That's really it. But I'm not going to stop doing something because something else doesn't work for somebody else. You know? Sorry. Those are my emotions. I got emotional. I got emotional. Yeah, people tell me things all the time. I was like, it really doesn't affect me. I'll go back and I think about it, or I tell my live stream about it, even if they don't care. But it's important because I'm a human being. And even if I wasn't a human being, I still should be treated as well with respect to what it is that I'm completing, accomplishing, because don't you want to feel the same exact way too? I think I'm getting off tangent, but I'm a freaking creator, and that's what I do. Now, I may not be good at selling artwork like somebody else might be, but then there's other people that are. So where are those other people that could help me sell my artwork every day? Like every day I should be selling artwork nonstop. Where's that person that could help me, guide me, align me with people that, because I already did all the hard work. Oh, this is already done. All you got to do is send it to somebody, you know? So if the money is the issue, there you go. Let's figure out how to, you know? Anyway, but yeah, don't let people trouble their situations with yours because it's not the same. It's not. Your feelings are totally different. You know, and I believe in you. Even though I said the F word, I still believe in you. My son keeps telling me about that. Why you cuss so much? And I said, because I made it. I made it my vocabulary. I remember when I wasn't allowed to say bad words or curse words, but I was like, they're just words. Somebody told me the word was not usable. And then I was like, why? It's a word. And I said, well, what if I say it in a different language? Does that make it different? Nope. Does that make it less usable because you said that it's not customary for people to use words like that? But I was like, we use words every day. Expressing words every day. I didn't check the chat, sorry. And not worth it. Um, yeah, it's okay. Just drawing this bug. Sir, you're getting a lot of attention right now, bro. Just, but then again, maybe it is my fault. Maybe it is my reason that I don't sell or make them feel better about the fact that I am what I say I am. And this is all I know from here on out. This is what I am. I do need to make a phone call though. So I think we're gonna end this live stream after this because you know, I do need to make sure that this dude knows that I really want to sell some artwork today. And if he's not available, I'm gonna stop contacting him until, yeah, and I don't think he's gonna call me back either. Don't do that. Yeah. Whoever you are out there, whoever listens to this in the future, don't do that to people. When you say you're gonna do something, that bridge that you're trying to connect, don't cross the bridge and then try to burn it on the way. Like, don't do that because I remember things like that. And although you don't, although you have forgotten, I didn't forget. And I don't forgive. Nope, I really don't. That taste, yeah, that taste is unforgiving. And if it tastes like something I don't want, oh, I'm gonna remember I don't want that. Yep. For a bunch of reasons. Somebody did something to me um that was like I guess he thought about it for a second, went with it, and was like, this is how we're gonna solve this. And I said, okay, but I don't forget. So you know what I thought of? I was doing something bad, real bad, to make the matter probably worse. And I was like, you know what? Whatever that is, I don't need it in my life. And that's where I landed at. I was like, I'm not gonna waste my energy with this situation because I was like, I need to make it worse, and then it's a longer feeling of not wanting and regretting. It's like I'll just hate you for the rest of my life, and then we'll just never speak. We'll never have conversations, and we'll just never do anything that will make me feel like. So I didn't. And do I feel better about it? Yeah, because I don't have to think about it every day. It's not one of those things. It's like, oh, you did a bad thing, so here's your results. No, I just didn't do anything and just left it be. And that part of that emotion is gone. Now, for somebody else, it might be different because they hurt other people at the same time. But I was just like, I'm just gonna leave it be, bro. Because if I'm attached to it, then that will hurt me. So I just like, you know what? Just keep going. Just keep going. And I like the direction that I'm going in. Because just like I said, I make art every day. So this house, this sanctuary is what I created. And there are monies that are hidden in this creation. There's a lot of money. Because not only do people get to see something that I make, it's on YouTube right now. I'm actually watching it on TV. Yeah. This is art. This is the creation of a new beginning of how people buy, sell, and are on social media. Maybe Twitch will be it. Maybe that's where I belong when I say I'm a creator. Just instead of me selling everything every day, I'll just get money from you every day. And that's our equal. I'll figure out what to do with the actual physicals. Maybe I'll just burn them. I thought about that too. Just burn it. Who cares? Nobody cares because I made it and you didn't. So if you don't want it, nobody else cares to think about where it's going to go afterwards because it goes in a box. I just put them in a box safely and just keep going. But once again, the platform that I'm using right now, if this is not it, you'll never see this artwork ever again. And that's the way it goes. The ones that care will follow. Because the ones in the beginning were there, but they no longer are. I don't know what they do. I don't know what life did to them, but I still follow people, and I think it's an interesting thing that I will comment and at least let you know that I'm still supporting you. Yep. Yep. Yeah, I'm different. I'm stupid different. Yep. So I'm at a canvas as well. I think I used all of the pieces that I bought the other day. And it looks like I'll just be drawing on paper for the next couple live streams. And if I change it up, it will probably be balloons. I have a bunch of balloons I can draw on too. Somebody sent me some information, so I might use that as part of my content. Yeah. Use some balloons. I can't get these cats made just yet. It seems that they will take a little bit longer to. Like I said, I might as well just pay somebody, but who will get my monies for making my cats so I can paint on them? Because that's all I really want to do. I'm gonna make a bunch of them and then just drip paint on them, and that'll be my content. Yeah, balloons would be cool to paint on. Like these up here. They already have a nice gold. But somebody said if I use resin, they'll last forever. And I was like, you know what? That's a good idea. That's a really good idea. And they have these brick bears at Walmart now, so I think I'm gonna go get them and paint on them too. Yeah. Free stuff. So today we finished the back of this, actually the full part of this poster. And I'm a winner today. And that bug is still up there too. That's interesting. Yep. All right, well, we're done. No likes today for this. I'm okay with that. I'm quite okay with that because I'm still a winner. Rose gold. See the bug right there? That's what I drew today. That is what we created. And I spent an hour doing that, so I'm not mad at it. Not mad at it at all. But we will get up out of here and yep. I'll see y'all. I'll see y'all on the next one.